Hello everybody, welcome back to another Zero Streams, where I streams. I'm Zero. How are you guys doing? I was about to say, how are do? I don't know what were words, but hey, hope everyone's doing alright tonight. I have a bunch of Little Lapses pages pulled up because we're almost done with the Cinnabar home scene, so I thought I'd read through what we have. I'm going to put on some game music today for the stream, and we're going to shuffle the music as you guys prefer. Okay, here's a nice chill tune. I hope the music levels are good for everyone. But yeah, so in the previous scene, Holly just left home and she's sprucing up. Get it? Spruce? Because actually these aren't spruce leaves, they're holly leaves. But she's putting a little sprig in her ear and she's running off to meet her friend. So we're gonna start on this panel. We have Salt and Pepper Bunny in the chat already. Busts the F in. I'm here, I'm queer, good to have you. Happy is here, says a little late. I was finishing up a game. Which game were you finishing up? Tell us about it. Anyway, so this little bit rundown neighborhood a little. It's not like, you know, terrible, but you got some trash on the road and the paint is chipping. So it's not like the high-end neighborhood, you know? There's weeds in the lawn and all that. My work bag! Oh my goodness, where did I put my work bag? That's Cinnabar's mom crying around up. Oops. Yeah, where's the zoom in? I'm gonna be late! Oh goodness, maybe it's in the Cinnabar's mom. Lonely nods off a lot. Mommy! Cinnabar! Rash, somewhat stubborn. Look what I found! Look at it! Sweetheart, I don't have time. I love this face on her mom, and then Cinnabar just coming in on her like, oh Lord, is she coming? I've definitely been in her mom's position before where you're just like, you have to be somewhere, but you can't find your keys, or like something's missing, you know, and it's just the most horrible feeling. Also, I noticed I did the floor different on this page near the door, but I didn't on the other page, but maybe no one will notice. Of course, you guys will notice because I pointed it out, but it's too late to make changes now. It's a rock! Oops. That was a mistake. It's a rock! Alright. I found it under the bed. It's actually magic because... Not now, Cinnabar. If I don't find my work bag before 9 o'clock, I'm going to be late. I need to look good in front of the boss right now. They're cutting back people's shifts and the water bill's gone up and... Got it! Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Where did you find that? She was just wearing it. I used it to play hopscotch last night. I almost dropped it in the pond. But Mom's already putting stuff in the bag, getting ready for work. I almost dropped it in the pond! Your stuff would have been trashed! That's nice, sweetie. She's just completely got her mind elsewhere. I'm working a double shift, so make yourself dinner tonight, okay? Or go over to Blue's house and eat it with her. Thunk. What? But Mommy, it's hot pot night tonight. You promised after you missed my last game. Remember? Oh. Shoot, I'm so sorry, Cinnabar. It slipped my mind. It's 9 o'clock! Maybe I should make that actually 9 o'clock. It's almost 9 o'clock. I have to go, sweetheart. We'll do hot pot another night. When? I just love the... She's so mad. It's just, when? Sometime. Smooch. Have a good day at school. Bye. And she's gone. And that's where we have left off. The next page, Cinnabar is just alone in her house, and she turns around all sad. And the music got sad too, oh my goodness. But then, knock knock! Holly! Hi, Cinnabar. Sorry I'm late. I was reading a really good book, and then Mom talked my ear off at breakfast, and... It's so good to see you. Come on, let's get to school. Wait for me. And they're off. And technically the scene continues past this point, but I consider the previous scene done because we are out of her house, so we're moving on to another set piece. Happy's like, the when isn't capitalized. Whoops. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Happy said, stop pointing these things out. You know they bug me. And Happy was playing Overwatch. Pretty cool. Planting those puns in our mind, huh? Well, you know how I love puns. So yeah, let's get started on some line art. Gonna bring it line. I'm gonna grab the right brush, the right eraser, just to be sure I don't forget later. Make the stabilization a little higher, make the brush a little smaller, and we're good to go. Pepper says it is capitalized. I guess the font just makes it seem like it's not, but it seems like it is capitalized. Either way, I can't tell. I can't test it because when Pepper's pages come in on my side, all the text turns into image rasterized layers, so I can't edit them. Piglings is here! Hello, Pig! Thanks for coming! We only just got started. I'm gonna turn the opacity down on that so I can see a little better. And yeah. Hope everyone had a good day. It's a new week, Monday. I hear a lot of people are finishing up classes, which is cool. But lots of folks still have finals, I think. My school is still doing finals, I think, but I'm not super certain since I don't go to school anymore. Maybe I need to turn the stabilization a little higher. My sister came home today. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday. So I went to the store after work to buy him some wine, because I know he likes wine. I actually got him a wine shelf. He came home the other day
with like 2 bottles that he bought for himself, and he was like, it would be nice to have one of those wine shelf holder things. I think I imagine he's talking about the ones that are like this, you know, and then like your bottle goes in there and in there. But then I was like, I bought you one, where did you put it? And it turns out he like put it in the garage. He like repurposed it for his tools. So that was kind of funny. So I bought him another one. This time I got one that you mount to the wall, and it's upright, or like you put in the wine upright, so after you open it you can still use it. Because what I never understood about the sideways holding shelves is once you open it you can't put it back, so now you just have a bottle of wine on your counter. So I thought it was good, but then I told my mom, and like she was like, no, that's a terrible gift. Like we literally have nowhere to put it. It's gonna be clutter, and he doesn't actually want one. He was just like joking. So I was like, oh, okay. So I decided I'll like get some actual wine, some like, and I got him a cask of beer, because he also likes beer. The problem though is I don't know what his tastes are, so I feel kind of bad, because like he's gonna have a lot to get through if he doesn't like it. Hopefully he does. And either way, it's already a nice surprise, a nice birthday present for my sister to come back from school to visit. She only her school's only like 2 hours away, but it's still quite a drive, and she's going back on Wednesday for graduation and all that. Zero ZG is here. How you doing? Nani? YouTube algorithm brought me here. Where can I read this? It's not out yet, Z. Me and Pepper are still working on it. We're going to finish the first chapter before we start uploading. Just so we can be sure we don't like run out of pages, you know? But yeah, it's coming along very nicely. We are running through at a brisk pace, I think. Pepper's been supplying me with wonderful sketches to work with, and I can only hope I am returning the best quality renders. But yeah, all of our friends on the Comic Burrow, do not worry, because once this comic starts going live, we will absolutely make a channel and announce it on the Burrow. And you will start getting notifications there as well. But in the meanwhile, I do readings of this comic sometimes on these streams, just to catch folks up. So occasionally, if you are here right as I start, you might catch one of them. I don't often go through the entire comic, though I might do a reading again before we start posting. Though maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should, if you didn't catch it in previous streams, you can read it as it comes out. Maybe that'll be more fun. I don't know. Her little leg. Z says, I already love it. Wheeler says, I can't believe Zero is here watching her own stream. Wait, what? Oh, because Zero. I know, right? I'm interested that you said the algorithm brought you here. I wonder how that happened. I certainly don't know how the algorithm on YouTube works necessarily, but I don't really like tag my videos or anything. In fact, the YouTube side of the streams is mainly for some of our friends can't watch these streams on Twitch. They get like terrible lag or this and that. So I started streaming to Twitch and to YouTube just in case. And I don't really bother with it beyond that. Because YouTube automatically saves the backlog. But also YouTube is like incredibly picky about content, so YouTube also tends to take down the videos if like I have songs in it that are copyright or whatnot. Which all my songs are copyright these days. I used to have my royalty-free music playlist, but listening to game music and anime music and cartoon music, it's just more fun. Wind Waker. My favorite Zelda game. One of these days I'm gonna play Wind Waker on this channel. I promise you. But it will not be too soon. My next game that I have lined up is in July, because every summer in July I like to play an old game that I really like, because my birthday is in July and it's kind of like a nice revisit of childhood. Last year I played Humongous Entertainment Games. It was really fun to go back and like play around with those. This year I'm planning on revisiting Mario Brothers 3. Because you can get that now on Switch on the Virtual Console. The NES, whatever it is called, thing where when you like get the Nintendo Online, you can you get all of the NES games in this package for free. I think it comes with. Now I don't know if you have to like keep paying for Nintendo Online or if like you get it once and then you have them and then you can like continue to own them. But let's be real, anyone who's playing Pokemon right now needs Nintendo Online. It's such a community experience these days. I love playing Pokemon with my friends, battling, doing the ranked battles and like comparing ranks. I'm like teetering on between rank 5 and 6 right now, I think. I keep like breaching 6 and then falling back to 5 and then like going back up. It's like really hard. But my team's doing okay. It's not terrible. I have trouble figuring out who to bring in, but I've had the most luck with my Reuniclus Sirfetch'd Dragonite trio. All the rest of the team are really just a bunch of backup and support, but man do I miss having them around when I'm playing 3v3. The way I have my team, it like works the best when I can have all this room to like set things up and switch out and take hits and stuff to protect my sweepers. But in 3v3, I just have my sweepers out and they're just on their own. Haven't yet figured out how to determine like which one of the 3 hard hitters should I bring in and which one can I leave out for the match and bring in a setter or someone else, you know? Because oftentimes I don't need all 3 of them. Sometimes one of them will just get taken out immediately. And then I have to, like, rely on the other 2. Yes, Happy! The playlist is shuffled. And, y'all just let me know if the music's too loud or too soft. Zero Pro Games has a nice ring to it. Zero Pro Studios. Zero Plays Studios. I guess Zero Plays wouldn't have studios behind it. And then Zero Pros Studios. I need to start writing pros for that to happen. Why did Nintendo slap a fee to use online that very randomly decides to be really bad? Who knows? Also, Mystery Dungeon music. Ooh, the memories. So you built a 6v6 team and shoved it into 3v3. Okay, to be fair, Happy, I built a 3v3 team. And then I shoved 2 other Pokemon on it. And then I got rid of one of my trifecta. Because originally, my whole, thing was Audino sets up Trick Room, Slappy comes in with Belly Drum, and Reuniclus is like the special, I guess, coverage, or whatever. But I'm like, okay, well, I have to have, 3 more Pokemon. I can't very well enter a 6v6 tournament with only 3 Pokemon. So I'm like, okay, who else do I need? Can I put? And I was like, oh, well, one of the biggest things that I was delighted by when Swish came out was, Sirfetch'd. I was like, they finally gave us a Farfetch'd evolution. they finally acknowledged that Farfetch'd exists. I was very upset that it was a Sword exclusive when I felt like it should have been like the mascot of the franchise at that point, because it's holding a sword and a shield. It like just put it in both. It like embodies the both games. But no, it's an exclusive. And I would have gotten Sword specifically just to have Sirfetch'd, but I stuck to my guns. Because I always get the red version of the game. But I was like, yeah, so Sirfetch'd is amazing in its design. I'm so glad we have it. So let me see if I can add that. And it was also because, okay, so here's how I I build a Pokemon team, since I'm like super new to competitive. I think to myself, what Pokemon do I think is either funny or has some kind of value to me as a human being? Sirfetch'd had the value of being an evolution of Farfetch'd, a Pokemon that I think is just completely overlooked because it's it's so weird. But it also embodies my love of eating Pokemon. So I take that Pokemon that I think is like really cool, and then I go to YouTube and I type in Pokemon competitive, or I don't type in Pokemon competitive, I type in the Pokemon, so like Sirfetch'd competitive, and I click on the first few videos, right? The second video, if you look up Sirfetch'd competitive, I think it's like the second or third, is this guy who like gives a couple of different builds. It's the one with a shiny Sirfetch'd in the thumbnail, and he talks about how with the leak item, high priority moves become guaranteed crits. Just like, no matter what, you hit that move, you get a guaranteed crit, because it ups your crit rate, and then those moves are already high crit. So I'm like, okay, I like the sound of that. That's simple. You know, it's a strat that's simple. It makes my monkey brain happy. It kind of goes with my like my normal like Blitzcrank sort of play style, which is just hit them as hard as you can until they die. So I'm like, okay, I'll add Sirfetch'd. It's like physical damage also, so once Slappy dies, I can like rely on him, or her rather. Okay, so I added Sirfetch'd, and then it's Holly! She returns! I feel like I haven't drawn her in ages. Our baby girl. Okay. Sorry, I just had to celebrate for a sec there. And I don't remember why I added Dragapult, but I like Dragapult's design, so I think I did it because of that, and also it again, it kind of filled a slot that seemed to make sense to me, because Dragapult can do one thing well, and that's be really fast. If you look on YouTube right now, competitive Dragapult, the opinions are all over the place. Because Dragapult, I think like the first video you find, it's gonna be like Dragapult, the new my new favorite, so good. And then the second one's like Dragapult, actually bad, stop using it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So I have I don't know if stigma is the right word, but stigma is probably the right word. I have a bit of a stigma against like using Pokemon that are just straight up competitively good. I will use them, I guess, but like unless I really like the Pokemon also, I'm not as interested to. I have Reuniclus on the team. I assumed it was a really good competitive Pokemon, but I had it on anyways because my friend, who I was talking, like workshopping my team with, it's like one of his favorites to use. So I used it in his honor. He also recommended using Bronzong, but I just don't like Bronzong. And then Dragapult was the next one that I put on because I thought it was, like, kind of competitively good, but I was okay with it because I liked the design. And then later I find out it's actually not that good, because unfortunately it's, like, really incredibly balanced, which in a metagame that's, like, kind of unbalanced, it doesn't stand out very well. But it is fast. So I gave her, the screens, and her job was to set up screens for me. But she wouldn't be able to take, like, she wouldn't be able to last very long. She, didn't hit very hard. And then on top of everything, she wasn't even that fast. Because, like, even though she's, like, technically the top, like, 6 fastest Pokemon, almost everyone else had, like, a priority move or, like, some kind of speed boost or slowed me down in some way. And it's hard to keep track, so, like, I would constantly be outsped by something or other. For a while, I was running, like, Dragon Tail, which also has lowered priority, so that, like, hurt me a bit. But yeah, I had Dragapult on, and I also had Corsola, Galarian Corsola, and the reason I went with Corsola is it scratched my unevolved Pokemon itch. Even though Corsola, I think, is, like, basically the most viable on my team. It's like the in the honorable mentions of some best competitive Pokemon list. So if you look at my, like, team, the Corso is actually the one to look out for. But for me, I didn't know that when I chose it. I was just like, oh yeah, like, everyone probably evolves it into Cursola and overlooks the Eviolite Corsola or whatever, and I like having unevolved Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's not a mid-stage, which are my favorites, but it still kind of scratches a similar itch. And it turns out Corsola is, like, a really good tank. It's got enough that it can take a lot of hits and heal up. I guess that's more a stall, you would call it. So yeah, that was my team. But my win condition was always how many Pokemon can Slappy kill with her belly drum, and the answer was not much. Like, maybe 2. At most. Usually just 1. Eventually I replaced the Dragapult with Dragonite, for some coverage. I decided to forego the screens. And yeah, that's my team now. It's been a lot of fun putting them together. Let's catch up with the chat after I popped off about competitive Pokemon for past half hour. Big ears, says Zero. Well, she's a bunny. She's gotta have the big ears. See how big they are when they're down? And they gotta be at least the same length when they're up. In fact, they might be a little... they could be wider, I think. I could make them wider, but I think, that's fine the way they are. I want to make this little face a tad bigger, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to draw it on a different layer, and then I'm going to scale it and position it. So above the panels, above the speech bubbles even, let's make another layer and draw it up there. Wheeler said, didn't the 3v3 team work worse than shoving the 6v6 team in 3v3? Yeah! Zero entered a 6v6 team tournament with a 3v3 team like, this is all I need. Imagine, I limit my selection of mons to use in competitive by focusing on one tier, usually OU. Although the first team I made for Showdown, I don't remember exactly what I was thinking slapping together the team. Happy says you want crits? Just Urshifu. The standard Zero strategy. The only stat that matters is HP, and I'm gonna debuff the opponents to 0. Zero says, and somehow I made a team with not much synergy, but still plays very well. That's cool. That's really cool. That's a good luck on your on that. Holy moly, she's back. Next, I'm gonna work on an all Eevee team. Raikon Samuels is here. Says most of my competitive knowledge usually stems from false swipe gaming. I've heard of that. I've heard of that channel. Happy says Bronzong's amazing! I'm not saying it's a bad Pokemon, it's just not one of my favorites. Wheeler says, hold on, what stats did you boost on your Dragapult for Eevee and Nature? She had Jolly Nature, and I maxed out her speed and HP. Because she wasn't meant to hit very hard. It's just she hit less hard than I hoped she would. You know, like, she was there to be fast and set up screens, so I needed her to last long enough to set up both screens. But I would like to have her, like, hit the opponent before she goes. To be fair, okay, I think she did take out Leon's Dragapult in the battle tower in one hit, when I was testing it out on that, but I haven't had the same luck twice. Wheeler says, "Oh, that's your mistake. You just needed to use the screen that you need." Oh, I have both screens, but I only need one? See, I don't know these things. I have both screens on her, and I always, like, try to use both. If I can. Stall team! How many foes can Slappy slap? That's like the Woodchuck Chuck. If your opponent is playing well, generally 2 Pokemon down with your sweeper is good. Well, it was nice watching you draw and hear you talk. I want to not spoil the story you were drawing any longer, so I'ma leave. Can't wait to see it when it's already ready to be published. Thank you for coming by, Zero, if you're still around. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Wheeler says also Meowstic and Dragapult are pretty close in their bulkiness. If you didn't HP or defense buff with EVs or nature, my Meowstic may genuinely be able to take a hit better than your Dragapult. It was a Holly joke. Holly Molly, because Holly was back. Oh, okay. I missed the... Thank you, Happy, for clarifying. Yee! I do that too. I say like, hey, I'm gonna be going, and then I wait around until the person like sees it. But yeah, thanks so much for sticking around. I'll see you later at the burrow, probably. And I hope you look forward to this comic when it comes out, because it's really good. You just need to use the screen you need. Only use both if you got the opportunity. Don't try to force it. Okay. Well, I still do have my Dragapult. Her name is Macbeth. I love her to death. And yeah, so maybe I can give it a try. Again. I also still have Slappy. See, after Slappy didn't do too well, I was like, I should adjust her EVs. So I cleared her EVs out. And I started playing around with them. But then like a fool, I was like, wait, why did I remove her EVs before testing it on Showdown? So I went to Showdown and I tested it out and realized it wasn't very good. What I was trying to get her into, so I just spent a bunch of time to put her her previous EVs back on. And then after that, Wheeler gave me a new Greedent build to try, and I was like, okay, I am not going to redo Slappy's EVs again. Because on top of having to clear them and do them again for the new build, if I didn't like the new build, like if I couldn't play well with it, I would have to do them again to get her belly drum set back on. And it's like kind of complicated. I don't have like 2 that are maxed and just a little bit in another. It's like I got 100 in here and like 96 in here and this and that. It's a little all over the place. So I'm like, I'll bench Slappy, and I'll use a new Greedent. And this Greedent is from my other playthrough, my quote-unquote speed run of Shield that I'm doing in order to get the DLC legendaries that I don't have. So yeah, still a little bit of significance, not like completely just a random gradient. And his name is Fat Gus. The reference is to this YouTube video where this guy like who invents things made a obstacle course for the squirrels in his yard and did a video on it, and it's pretty funny. You should watch it. It's like Ultimate Squirrel Ninja something something. But yeah, one of the squirrels in his yard he dubbed Fat Gus because he just like, I think I've told this story actually, but he just like lounges. And he's really fat. He like splays out when he eats the nuts that are offered, just like doesn't care. Always does superhero poses. It's great. Later found out Fat Gus is actually a girl and like super pregnant, and that's why she was so fat. So like he renamed her Fantastic Gus. And but I kept the original name because my Gus is a boy. It just happened to be the one that I caught that playthrough. And Gus, unlike Slappy, isn't a win isn't a sweeper. So like with Slappy, my whole plan was like I just wanted to see her win. Like it was really just for fun, sort of. It'll be really funny if I could like sweep their team with a Greedent, but if not, I guess I have 5 other Pokemon that I can try to continue to win with. But rather than that, Gus is really here to like play backup. Type coverage mainly. So give it a try if we do more tournaments in the future. That's what I'm gonna do soon. Adjust EVs. EVs! EV doesn't get toxic anymore, right? Yeah. Ori! I was just playing some this morning. Speedrun. Happy has heard Gus's story. Well, thank you for indulging me again. I like to just ramble sometimes on these streams, and you never know when a stream is someone's first time. Oh gosh, I put it on the wrong layer. Okay. Alright, back to our normal line art layer. Oh my goodness, these like wide circle eyes. All right. Fish eyes. All right. Alas, Eevee does not get toxic anymore. Listening to people ramble while you make fun of them is the best part of streaming. Hey! The hug panel is me and Zero. Hey! Yeah. Wheeler gives the best hugs. And Pepper draws the best hugs. Look at that. It's like I struggled so much with hugging. As a new artist. Pepper hasn't been drawing nearly as long as I have, and she's already got the hugs down. Like, if you've read her comic Fire, or rather, Finding Your Roots, there's some really great hugs in that comic. Characters just... It's so nice to see characters, like, support each other, you know? Let's normalize affection and like but the expression on Holly's face says Cinnabar is either hugging a little too tight, which could be the case, or Holly might not be a hugger. Which is totally fine, you know? People have different preferences when it comes to showing physical affection. I was watching a Game Grumps, not Game Grumps, one of my, it was after I watched a Game Theory, live stream, and, you know, MatPat has, like, a kid now, and they were talking about a book that they got for him. I forget what it's called, but it's like someone's name, like a kid's name. It's like this kid, like, let's pretend it's Billy. And the book is like, Billy, doesn't like hugs. And it's about how, Billy only likes hugs from, like, his mom, or, like, Susie likes hugs, but only on Tuesdays, or, like, this kid just doesn't like hugs at all, but, like, likes, handshakes. And it kind of helps teach kids that it's okay to not, like, there's nothing wrong with you if you don't like a hug. But it also helps teach adults who are just constantly forcing kids to, like, kiss auntie or grandma on the cheek, or, like, come in for a hug or whatever. And kind of, like, normalizes that too, which I thought was really cool. I'm glad books like that exist. But yeah, it's telling of Cinnabar's character that she would give Holly a hug whether Holly much appreciates it or not. And it's telling of Holly's character that she would simply let it happen. It's a fun little character moment that I noticed while working on this just now. Okay, I'm trying to decipher. I think Cinnabar's leg here goes behind Holly, so I'm not gonna draw that. I'm gonna finish off Cinnabar's face. Game Theory livestream? It's GT Live. That's what GT Live stands for. I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream, but this game, Sonic Advanced Battle 2 with the Chao Garden would be like my candidate for if I did one of those like 24-hour stream charity things that streamers do. I'm not going to be perfectly clear, because I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not here to like put myself through a 24-hour stream, nor do I have the audience for that kind of charity. But if I were like Aaron or something doing a 24-hour Kingdom Hearts in one sitting style stream, I think I would do a Chao Garden stream. It would be specifically playing this game to do Chao Garden. And I think it would be hilarious. I would start a new game, obviously. And I would like look up guides and stuff, and I don't even know what the goal would be. To like get my Chao to evolve, maybe, or to get like the perfect Chao, or to I don't know. I can just see it taking a long time, and that's really all you need, right? And it could be like pretty unique, because like how you take care of your Chao affects like how they look and stuff, and you can make them race. And it's super nostalgic. Let's put her shoulder up here, and then her body, I think I'll move over slightly so I can have them pressing up against each other. Her little toes splayed open. "24-hour stream confirmed." I literally just said I'm not doing one. You guys. I think the problem with the 24-hour Chao Garden stream is I believe Chao Garden runs on IRL time and needs like days or weeks. Does it? I might have to double check that because I'm quite certain it's not. Oh, I guess I would have to check. I do know that my chows never actually died or reincarnated or whatever it is their lifespan has them do. Despite me having played a lot, or at least feeling like I've played a lot of that game, which means I was never in the Chao Garden long enough for the time to pass for it, but I still had a lot of fun. So the whole life cycle thing probably isn't as important, but it would be okay. To clarify, I think it would be mostly like a play Sonic Advance Battle 2 through like from beginning to end, but mostly to complete Chao Garden stuff. So like I would be playing it, but focusing on like collecting the right animals and things would be the premise. But it would probably still end with me like finishing the game itself. I'm quite certain I wouldn't be able to like finish an entire Chao Garden, what like a Chao life cycle. Though I also don't remember it taking days. I thought it would be like many hours for sure, but days? I don't actually know. That would put a damper on it. Though I think GameCube has a clock, so I might be able to like cheat it. If it's at least like IRL time that can be like adjusted, but if it's IRL time based on when you're in the Chao Garden, then probably wouldn't be able to, cause then you can't like adjust the time while you have the game on. They have to go through multiple life cycles to get perfect. Oh, yeah. Time traveling! Well, shucks. I thought it was the perfect plan, but I was foiled by gameplay mechanics. It's a good thing I'm never actually gonna do it, though. Haha. Also, can I say, I love the fact that, Cinnabar's mom and Cinnabar were going to have hot pot tonight. Hot pot is just such a like a very specific thing that okay. My family does it in a specific way, but like we do it a lot, and so like hot pot always felt very like personal to me, even though obviously like everyone does hot pot, or everyone can do hot pot, like it's not a secret thing, you know, like there are hot pot restaurants and stuff, but it feels so like specific. It's like if you're watching some like comedian, right, and instead of just saying like I was out of state one day and this thing happened, like instead of telling a story like that, they like say a specific state that's like really obscure and it happens to be the state you live in. Like it just hits different. Hot pot was something that Pepper thought to include. I was like, oh yeah. Okay, how does this fist work? I think the thumb would come around this way. And then this thumb come around this way. What do you think this is, Animal Crossing? Yes. What's hot pot? Hot pot. It's like where you have a boiling pot of water or stock, and you got a bunch of like raw ingredients, usually fish and vegetables and things, and then you just like pop the stuff in, swish it around, eat it. It's fun. It's a nice communal thing. A lot of restaurants that do hot pot will have personal hot pot, where like each person gets their own little pot, and that ain't how you do hot pot. That's not right. You everyone share. Come on. The boiling water will like kill the bacteria or whatever from your sticks. Just swish your chopsticks a bit and you'll be fine. My favorite thing to have in hot pot is enoki mushrooms. They're these white mushrooms that come in long clusters, and they're like even when they're cooked, they're kind of crunchy. And it's not like crunchy as in like fried crunchy or like chip crunchy, but like if you've ever taken the bone, the white bone, the cartilage off of your chicken wing and like munched on it, it's like that kind of crunch. It's like, it's because you have all of the clusters together, and the space in between them makes it squeak, and that's basically the crunch that I'm talking about. But I really like it. It's better than noodles to me. And then I actually recently started enjoying potato in the hot pot. You put it in for a while and it like soaks up all the flavor of the soup. I feel like this ear is a little short. Let me make it bigger. No, now it's too long. Is it short? Let me flip it. My hot pot Kappa, I need to hear your live reaction. Ardo didn't EV train. Really? I wonder if Ghost EV trained. Artemu beat Ghost without EV training? My goodness, is that even... I didn't think that was even possible. Must have all been strat. Ghost won, but they tied their first 2 rounds. It was a tiebreaker round. At least that's what it sounded like. I think they had to play all 3 rounds. So is Ardo going to EV train, or are they just gonna keep going with their current thing? Or wait, can they keep going? I think they're done, right? Let's see, they're in the losers bracket. So if Ghost beat them, then they're out of the tournament? Yeah. Though, sorry, I would have a bigger, what? If I had actually, seen them play, but I don't really have anything to go off of, whether it was, really good or not. Though I am surprised that they, didn't get curb stomped, because I feel like that's, what would have happened if I didn't do any EVs. As I said when Pepper tried to blame her sweeping my in-game team on EVs and IVs, they aren't that godly. It's not impossible to win without them. Ardo is out now. That was their 2 losses. Wait, you guys EV train? Yes, Pig! EV training! I have to say, though, when Fool tried to, show me the power of how, broken, legendaries are, I, curb stomped his legendaries because they weren't EV trained or anything. They had no EVs. No IVs, probably. They could not take a hit at all. They didn't hit for anything either. So from my experience, you might say, oh, EVs and IVs don't count for much. In my experience, they can count for quite a lot. Though of course, as you said, you do need strategy and stuff to make up for not having them. Yeah, but you would think, the stats would be pretty high, right? That's why they get banned just outright, I assume? I don't actually know. Okay, I'm going to try and remember right now to turn off speech bubbles and dialogue. Cool. And let's turn off, the line art, the sketches. Make the background a little darker, and here we go! It's color time. Did I make the line art too thin in this page? I might have made the line art too thin. color it and see how it looks. Oh no, her arm is so big. I just felt like the ear should be a little thicker is all. It like stands out to me every time I look at it, so I thought I'd fix it a little bit there. Maybe this ear should be a little longer. No, it's maybe she's too small. Maybe that's what it is. Usually not a good idea to size things up in digital art, but no one saw that. And the brush I'm using is pretty soft to begin with, so hopefully it doesn't show too bad. Like if I did that in Jet's Black Nuzlocke, you'd be able to see because I use a very pixelated brush for that one. It's a very hard edge sort of. So the any kind of rotating, even not just scaling but like rotating will even ruin the quality of the line. But this comic uses a soft brush, so okay. All legendaries have is good stats, and most good stats most of the time. So giving them a stat disadvantage specifically hurts the thing they're good at. Eevee specifically counters what they're good at. I see. Okay. It's specifically taking their advantage and making them weaker. Happy says, I want this playlist. I'm glad you like my playlist. These are not just like some of my favorite video game songs, but I specifically chose ones that are more mellow in flavor rather than like just any song that I like, because I don't have any Smash Brothers music on here, because even though I like have some Smash Brothers tracks that I really like, because all of them are for battles and they're just really up tempo, like kind of makes my brain go kaput when they come on. I don't think I have any I I might have one, but I don't have like nearly many Banjo-Kazooie songs for the same reason. The music in that game is just really like fast and loud, and it's hard to think when listening to them kind of music. And then I have tracks like this one, which go on for just forever. I think this track is, yeah, it's like 9.5, it's like 10 minutes long, because it's all of the Terrytown tracks combined into one, as it like changes over time as you build Terrytown, which I think is really cool. But I don't keep this track on my playlist on my car anymore, because after a while it just gets tiresome. But on stream it works perfect, because I just need something to fill in the dead air while I talk, and it's like soft and mellow, so it doesn't like distract very hard. Okay, I'm gonna lock the transparency and... oh, that horn. Rather than what you'll hear out of my playlist, loud and high energy music non-stop. Oh man. Well, it works because you don't have mic on during your art streams. We all need music that fits our content. What are your guys' favorite game soundtracks? And I know tastes change over time, so what's your favorite game soundtrack right now? And why? Is it a game that you've recently played? Is it a soundtrack that you constantly come back to? Do you have a track that you just love from a specific game that you haven't even played? Because I've certainly done that. Okay, before I turn off the transparency, let's get her feet in. Because I always forget the feet. Oh, her face. I'm quite specific about what parts of these characters have lined like fur patterns and what parts are not. Like on Cinnabar, I specifically have line art around her foot pad and her face pad, because I imagine those are like a different texture from the rest of her fur. I kind of want to show a little red here. So let's just pop in a little bit. There we go. And before I forget, yes, her little nose. Things I will probably forget at least a couple of times on this comic. Coloring in the nose. And drawing in the face. I was working on Jet's Black Nuzlocke the other day, finishing up the line art for the next episode, and it took me so long to go through again on the whole episode, adding in like scratches and stuff for continuity. I tried to do the squiggly kind of eye shine that Pepper does. I think I kind of got it. Alright, let's color Holly! Holly Jolly! Good girl. Let's just fill her in all the way first. With brown. Perhaps instead we move this part up. Okay, because Holly has yellow parts that are not lined. Let me put those in before I forget. Loud and high energy music. Probably Ace Attorney. Oh, for your favorite soundtrack. Ace Attorney has good music, yeah. Happy's like, all of them? All of them. Let's go Ori, or the Persona series. Raikon Samuel says Monster Hunter has a pretty good soundtrack, at least in my opinion. I actually haven't heard any Monster Hunter songs. Maybe I should give it a listen. Ace Attorney doesn't have a super high amount of my all-time favorite songs, but it's definitely one of the game series with the largest amount of songs I like. That panel 3 face is just me when Ziri finally visits. I have made the executive decision. I am Cinnabar and Zero is Holly. Also, this looks to be a very adorable comic. Man, Holly was late and she arrived right after Cinnabar's mom left. Imagine she gotten there any earlier. How? Yeah, right. Awkward. Well, Cinnabar's mom was also late, to be fair. Because she couldn't find her bag. Let's see. Holly has the darkest eyes. I love this song. It's from this website. It's just a website with like games on it. I don't even know if you can still play them. I forget if they're flash based. Oh, it would be sad if they're all down. But in this game specifically, you're like this little girl and you have to like jump up and land, and before you jump you like hold down a button that causes this bubble, I guess it's like a bubble gum or something, to like expand around you, and as you're holding it down, bugs from all around, very cute bugs mind you, but bugs will start swarming towards your character, and if they touch the bubble that you are blowing, it will pop, and you'll lose a life. But if you don't get your bubble popped and then you jump and then you land, the size of the bubble that you've blown corresponds with an amount of space that you then like clear of bugs. So like you want your bubble to be as large as you can, and clear away as many bugs all at once as you can. And yeah, it basically, you can perpetually play it until you die. So I've played this game a lot, and I've listened to this song for hours, and it is so good still. She was, but that doesn't remove any of the awkwardness. Oh hey, it's the song I use for my PMD stream wait screens. Oh man, yeah. Hey, does it like certain songs kind of take on different connotations when you start using them in like your stream? Cause that one song, I think it's like Turnabout Sisters, still makes me think my stream's about to end. Because I used to have it as like the last song on my playlist back in the day. Back in the day, I couldn't shuffle because in order to play songs, since I couldn't get like iTunes to work, so in order to play songs, I would make a 3-hour long MP3 and just have it play. And so they would always go in the same the same order, and when that song came up, I knew as I was listening to it, I would know that the track would be the stream would be over soon because it was the last one, and I would run out of music, and that would be 3 hours. Okay, how much time do we have? Wow, we still have a lot of time actually. We have an hour left. Let's do shading then. Okay, so let me open an old file. Right. Go to the shadow layer, turn off multiply, pull it to 100% opacity, and pick up that color. That's for the inside. Do not save. And then we'll open this file. I wish I had named... There we go. I wish I'd named my layers. Pick up this gross yellow. And that's gonna be the shadow for outside. I think we should be able to finish the shading today. Keep drawing lines and they keep opening back up. Okay, there we go. Never quite know how to shade her like little neck tufts. I think that'll do for now. Shadow Lair, is that like a mini Shadow Realm? Bunny says, I wish I had things to render. I miss digital art. Oh man, I guess it's good to like want to do it, cause you know, the worst thing is to have things to render and not want to. You should maybe do some standalone stuff. You still haven't drawn your team, your Sandstorm babies. It'd be so nice to have actual art of them. Join me in digital arting. I thought you still had some stuff to render from your other comics, like a sketch or two. I know you wanted to focus on little lapses, but nothing is, like, there's no rule that says you can't do digital stuff while you're doing the sketches for me. Pepper's on a little lapses kick right now, and she's going to set me up with all the sketches for chapter, I was about to say season, for chapter 1. And like with how I do the streams, that'll set me up for like months, I think, unless I get greedy and start working on them outside of streams. But I have like a ton of stuff to work on outside of streams, so yeah, it's hard not to want to work on little lapses. It's certainly one of the more relaxing pieces that I have, projects that I have going on currently. But I do very much need to start sketching for JBN again. Okay, next step on JBN is dialogue. My next episode needs dialogue, so I need to like do that next. But yeah, I've fallen behind a little on my like my what's it called? It's not a buffer, but it's like I had a head start basically on every episode for a while now. But the next scene after the one I'm working on right now is kind of complicated, so I haven't been wanting to work on it. If y'all are caught up, it's basically the morning after the whole hullabaloo. The next episode, which I am currently working on, is still during that night. We haven't, like, resolved things yet, so, like, don't worry about that. But the one after... Why does this song sound so Russian and so sad? Oh, it's Earthbound, of course, okay. Are you sad, comrade? Are you stuck at home? Do 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 do. I will draw the Sandstorm Kids someday, but right now I want a comic. But I've been working on Little Lapses for days and I don't want to render those. I want to render art, but I also don't want to render comic pages until finishing sketching Little Lapses. Those two sentiments coexist. Wheeler says season 1 of Little Lasses. Slice of life is much easier to draw. No action shots or battle effects. That's true. Are you homestuck, Foreside? Singing stream. Well, I guess I can't help you there, Pepper. Yeah, wanting to do comic digital work, but needing to finish Little Lapses first. Unfortunately, that's just... You're just gonna have to finish Little Lapses. Give me those pages. Are you thinking of making stickers for Cinnabar and Holly as well? I mean, not Holly, Blue? Because I know you have a Holly sticker. Oh, sorry. Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, I've been having oodles of fun rendering these little lasses. None of our little lasses wear glasses. Maybe Blue wears like contacts or something. 'Cause she needs to like be able to be action ready. Imagine if Pokemon had contacts. Let's see. How does this leg work? Whee! But yeah, Slice of Life definitely a lot chiller of a project. Though it is Pokemon, so we won't be without any action at all. We will have some like effects at least, because the kids will probably like at least one of our kids can create fire, so she'll probably be like causing trouble at some point. We'll see though. We'll see. Ooh, I love this track. Undertale has some of the best music that I've seen in any indie game. Seen that I've heard. Along with Hollow Knight. Indie games just know how to do music, honestly. It's really great. do do do. I will give them, and then I'm gonna finish the things we have. Yes! The things we have. That comic about the sad frogs. It is Pokemon, so we'll have at least some effects. Hollow Knight, yes! Me side-eyes the next PEA story. If anyone's interested, I figured out my name's Gray on mobile. Oh, okay. You are Teal for me. Do, do, do. So while buying presents for my dad, I did splurge a little and get myself something. It's been a long time since I've treated myself to some mangas, but I decided to start collecting Shaman King. Eventually, and I hope you guys are ready for this, but eventually I'm gonna start watching the new Shaman King reboot, and I'm gonna be talking about it. So if you guys want to know what's happening, go read up some Shaman King. It's a good series. At least I think so. But the reason I decided to start buying up Shaman King is because the manga, the original run of the manga is out of print. The version that I grew up with, and those are the ones that I want. So yeah, I've purchased the next 3 volumes that I don't own, and I'm just gonna start slowly gathering books. I need to start throwing things away though. My room is a mess right now, and there are several drawers and boxes that I just can't really access. And last night I wanted to pull out an old toy for my rats to play with. It's like this little spinny thing. It's a forage toy, I guess you could call it, where you put treats in it, and then they like spin it, and the treats fall out. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Like I was looking for like an hour. It was so frustrating. I hate losing things. I'm Cinnabar's mom. I was just like running around, and I just have junk all over the place. It's so bad. It's spread to outside my room, so it's like in the basement now. So I'm thinking like I need to get some boxes, just like put stuff away. I have all these CD cases without CDs in them. I have like sticks that I've collected on like hikes. An old fishing rod that I never use. An old TV. Okay, so like, take the TV, right? It's one of those old retro boxy TVs. The reason I have it is because it's the only device that can still plug in my NES and play. And the reason I need to be able to do that is if I want to have a proper Mario Brothers 3 experience, I need to use the right controller. The that like square or squared off, I guess is the right term, controller that like digs into your hand as you use it. That has like 4 buttons and that's it. Okay, wait. 5 buttons. Because the D-pad is a single button, I think. Even though it has, like, directions, it's, like, a single piece of plastic. And then you got the A, B, and then the start and the select buttons in between. They sell those for the Switch. They sell NES controllers for the Switch, and I am very tempted to buy. It's like super expensive though. I think they only come in packs of 2, and they're like $80 or something. Maybe 70, I can't remember numbers. If anyone's interested, I found out my name is Gray on mobile. It's because I'm not using a preset color. Oh, okay. Raycon Samuels, who is Gray on YouTube for me. Maybe all of YouTube peeps are Gray, I don't know. Frogs are a subspecies of rabbit. Change my mind, you can't. Yeah! Raycon gets me. Happy says, I just realized like a minute ago and had to share. Are you like switching back and forth between mobile and desktop? Wind Waker might have some of my favorite tracks in gaming, actually. Now that I'm, like, listening to it. Oh, this song! This song, yeah! Okay, this song is the one that makes me think my stream is ending. I've been Pavloved. That's the guy who rings the bell for the dog, right? Pavlov? Pavlovian? Do 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 do. I don't know why. I just love the like big fish-eyed. This is just the animal in headlights stare that the characters have sometimes. Cinnabar's mom had a similar face when she first comes in. It's such a good face. I need to like steal it for my comic at some point. Technically, I think she should be backlit in this panel. Because she's standing in front of the door. But I feel like that might be a little harsh. Maybe if we like half backlight it, like... Because there's still light from inside, right? She's not like completely... There's having accurate lighting, and then there's just doing what looks good. And you always gotta just figure out, you know what, maybe the simpler way is fine and it looks good over what's accurate. And it's been a while since we've seen Holly, so I don't want to just block her out with shadow. I've definitely been the kid who went over to my friend's house so that we could go to school together. So I know exactly what was running through Holly's mind when she saw Cinnabar wasn't out in the front lawn to greet her. It would have been something like, oh no, did I miss her? Did she already go to school without me? Should I knock? What if her mom's home and she's not? I shouldn't, like, stay on their lawn for too long. The neighbors are gonna stare. Oh, gee. Shade these pearly whites. Hollow Knight. Okay. Let me think how to do her body. Something like that. You ever watch an artist try to go for something and then just like pinpoint the moment they give up on it and do something simpler that works? Not always the bad option, mind you. Like, sometimes they're going for something pretty bad or, like, dumb, and the right answer is to give up on it and do something that works. But, like, their brain has to get to there, for that to work. Just shade the entire top half of her head. That's called mood lighting. You ever just feel so down, your face casts a shadow over itself? Are you feeling so downcast that you cast down your gay? I don't know what I'm doing. Do 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 do. Happy just ate a small snack. What did you eat? Wheeler says Wind Waker is probably my favorite game music-wise in Zelda. Good old Turnabout Sisters. We never did get Maya in the Turnabout Storm sequel. The what? Oh wait, never mind. I just remember it takes place before Spirit of Justice. So before Maya comes back. I still need to finish that game. I'm not following anymore. I've only ever played 2.5 Ace Attorney games, and I cannot remember the individual chapter names. In fact, when Game Grumps were playing the Ace Attorney game, I had forgotten about the Justice Spear one. It's like such a big one too, but I completely forgot about it. One game I might add some music from that I've gotten into recently is the Little Nightmares game franchise. It's 2 games. Is that a franchise? But man, never has a game so quickly and horribly like made me fall in love with a character and then betray me like Little Nightmares did. Also, if I pause every time I say Little Nightmares, it's because I'm constantly having to tell my brain not to say Little Lapses, which is the comic that I'm currently working on. They're both little, okay? I can't keep them you know, compartmentalized. But yeah, I like Little Nightmares. I almost said it there. Little Nightmares 1 is okay. It's like whatever. 2 though. Oh my goodness. Mono is such a great character. I love him. He's like genuinely like cool, but also sympathetic and also like compassionate. Like he's such a good guy. Yeah, like screw the ending. It's so mean. I hate it. But there's some good music in there. The lullaby or whatever, the music box a piece has been stuck in my head for a while. I've been like perusing the YouTubes for theory videos and game explains and stuff for it, but I think I've pretty much completely what's the word? Exhausted my my Little Nightmares content for the most part, and they're not gonna make a 3rd game is the word on the street, so there's not gonna be any more. But I gotta say, I have never until now felt such an urge to write fan fiction. Suddenly I have this dawning realization, I get it now, like the purpose of prose. Unfortunately I don't have the power to like do it because like I would have to do so much rewatching of the series and like writing down notes and like just like focusing on such little parts, probably like reading way too much into tiny glances between characters. But in a story with like silent protagonists where I can just feel their emotions, but it's not being shown in the game because it's just a horror game and not a TV show or a book or some kind of content that I could get the like full emotional like payoff of these characters. Like what is going through his head as he sees things happen? What does she think of when she like glances up after he saves her from the bullies? This is like, I could make so much character out of this. Maybe someone's already done it. Maybe I should like see if it's the case. But then at the same time, whenever I get thoughts like that, I'm like, but I already have an enormous queue of content that I wish to go through. Not the least being watching the new Shaman King remake. Like, the last thing I need to do is fall down the rabbit hole of fanfiction.net or like AO3 or wherever it is people get their fanfiction from. The MLP Ace Attorney crossover. What? No one liked the ending. What was she thinking when she did that thing? Right? Why not, instead of write Little Nightmares fanfiction, why not just read it? I don't, like, maybe it's out there. And maybe I should just read it. Yeah. But I don't know if anyone else would be able to, like, grab exactly what it is I want out of the character. Or if they have, like, how do I find it? What are the keywords, you know? But, like, yeah, suddenly I wanna read fanfiction. That's what fandom's for, right? If the source material betrays you, you turn to fanfiction to fulfill your every wish. I recently watched a video titled A Brief History of Homestuck. I think it was like 3 hours long. And just like, I love watching these videos because they like talk about the source material and then they go through and talk about all sorts of like different aspects of the fandom and like what people create based on it, and it's incredibly fun. Okay, guys, I think that's it. Let me see if I can fix the lighting on her face. And while I do this, I think we have a bit of time. So, pop in a Pokemon or two, and I will see what I want to do with them. Well, maybe we can make a little nightmare of our own before we end the stream session tonight. Do 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 do. It's not impossible that someone else has similar ideas to you. It's not. It just feels impossible for me to be able to find it. As someone who has never looked up fan fiction before in my life, but I've heard that a lot of reading fan fiction is like knowing how to navigate tags, and just having a good eye for like trying out different fics and then like moving on if it doesn't work. It's a whole landscape that I haven't entered, and it's exciting. The Ace Attorney MLP crossover, the most logical crossover, murder mystery plus ponies. Makes sense. Zacian was adorable. Zamazenta now, in all seriousness, since Ace Attorney is so goofy, it actually works well. Oh no, happy I want adorableness. Make a little nightmare of our Zero, let's make nightmares. To be honest, that's very Zero. Vaporeon, never too late to start. The best way to start for beginners is to go by recommendations. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do with Zamazenta and Vaporeon. Okay, first of all, can I draw Zamazenta from memory? I know it has the pointy ears. I think one of them, I'm gonna go with this one, is broken. Can't remember how its like face thing works, but there's like part of it that's like just black, and I can't remember. I think it's like the lower lip, actually. The lower jaw, and then there's like tooth. Something like that, maybe. And then it's like wolf shape. And then on top of its head, it has a tuft of something. Okay, though, to be fair, I only know what the not crowned version of Zamazenta looks like. I haven't drawn the crowned version. So, Zamazenta, way better design than Zacian, in my opinion. I love Zamazeta's design. Whatever it is. Not this. I feel like I'm missing a lot. Maybe I'm not? Something feels missing. Maybe I just didn't make him big enough. Yeah, something's definitely missing, but I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna move on and put some, like, scars on him. The real reason Zero likes the not crowned form is because of the battle scars. Don't worry, Zero. We can still be friends despite your wrong opinion. As Zashi is clearly far better. Zamazenta definitely better. Can't beat Sword Lesbian. Zamazeta's just a cooler looking wolf. I should know. I'm the expert on wolves. False. Furry! Your wolf expert license has been revoked due to incorrect opinions. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he has like these like weird glove guards. Anyway, I don't think it would be even like possible / all that interesting to combine a Zamazenta with a Vaporeon though. So I'll just draw a Vaporeon right now while someone else give me a Pokemon with a vastly different body type to Zamazenta. And I'll do my best to like map its features onto that. We all know there's definitely gonna be all the evolutions in Pokemon Snap, right guys? Where do you guys think they'll be? Do you think they'll all be in one place? Like in one specific location? Or are they gonna all be separated? Like the Vaporeon's gonna be randomly in the water and then like you go to the hot zone. Is it a Vaporeon or is it a weird looking Wooper? I don't know. Okay, do I have a good selection of weird Pokemon now? Let me take a look. Check the garden. Let's see. Why are your drawings so good? Zero's talented. Oh, shucks, you guys. Zamazenta plus Zacian. Okay, that is gonna be a stream on its own. I can't do a fusion that complicated. I'm seeing Quagsire. I am leaning towards Quagsire. Lycanroc? I think I've already technically done that with my Fursona version of Zamazenta. Vaporeon as a Dragapult. Okay. I'm gonna try Quagsire. Oh. What? Okay, here's the problem though. Quagsire's whole thing is it's like incredibly simple. So to then like put all this stuff on it to make it into a Zamazenta, would it like lose its Quagsire-ness? Like with Smeargle, right? It was like Smeargle already has some like detail to it. Quagsire has like nothing. Let me see. I gotta get the like Quagsire face in. And then let's just pop in a nose to begin with. I don't remember. Does Quagsire have like dot eyes? I think it has dot eyes. It's got like... It's just like that, right? Y'all, if you don't want me to go overtime, you gotta stop suggesting these, like, incredibly, complicated mon for these, like, final things. Because you know I get, like, caught up in them. But as we're working on this final drawing, I do want to just, make sure I don't forget to acknowledge everyone who joins me for these streams. They are so much fun to do, but it's a lot more fun when I have folks in the chat to keep company and all that. So like 3 hours. 3 hours is nothing to sneeze at, so thank you for Pepper Bunny and Pokemon Master Wheeler and Happy and Raikon if you're still here. Just like everyone who joins, Javier usually, like, y'all are the best. I just want to make sure I acknowledge that. And then also, I don't do this enough on these little lapses streams, I just realized, which I should. But a huge shout out to Pepper, who is co-authoring the comic with me, for her wonderful sketches. Check out Salt and Pepper Bunny on DeviantArt, because she does amazing work. And Little Lapses would not be as good as it is without her wonderful writing and composition. I think this is coming out okay, I guess. But yeah, I have acknowledgements of my patrons at the end of each stream. But honestly, acknowledgements all around. Y'all are the best. Whoa, what was that little in the music? I'd never noticed that little, like, flare before. And I've listened to this song my entire life. Let's make it like this so it's less like a Joker smile. Oh gosh, that's kind of scary. And please don't kill me for the inconsistency. I know I did the crowned form for Zacian, and I'm doing the uncrowned form, whatever it's called, for Zamazenta. Like, let me live, okay, guys? I like the crowned form for Zacian better, and I like the uncrowned form for Zamazenta better. This is just the way it's gonna be, okay? And then... And then... And then... Have you guys watched the Madagascar series? Because those are great movies. But I always think of that seal from the third movie when he's like, and then? Cause Alex keeps like leading him on. But yeah, okay. That's the that's a Quagsire, but Zamazenta. It's kind of weird. But look at this Vaporeon. It's so good. Look, focus on the good art and not the weird thing over there. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream, y'all. I want to, yeah, special thanks to my patrons. I finally updated the list. Everyone is here, and they support me in everything I do. I couldn't be happier with their support and with you guys as well. So have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Get your shots. And I hope to see you back next week for more little lapses or whatever it is I do. I shouldn't make promises because I'm pretty wishy-washy about these streams. I'm just here to have fun, you guys. Until next time, keep your noses clean and have a good night. Bye-bye!